So welcome to, I suppose, the second episode of What's on My Kit. This is actually going to be also a sort of kit-specific video as well, because I've never done a video with this particular kit. So, the drums, I'll do the snare drum in a separate video, but the toms and the kick drum are a Tama Rockstar Pro in cherry rose, or as you can see, pink. From my research, I'm dating these drums to about 1988, 1989. I think in 89 or so, I think it may be 89, 90, they changed the lugs on the Rockstar drums to the long high tension version. So as you'll see, these have got the original short lug casings on them. So I'm guessing that they're about 88, 89. If anyone knows differently, please do let me know. The toms are 10, 12, 13 and 16. I've changed the bottom heads on basically all of them, all of the toms except for the 10, because I didn't have a spare 10-inch ambassador to hand. But the toms have got clear emperors on the tops and clear ambassadors on the bottoms, except for the 10, which has some old, I think it might actually be the original, looking at it, it might be the original Tama logo head on it. But the kick drum's got a Remo Power Stroke 3 CS dot with an additional muffling ring around the circumference of it, and I've also got a very light sort of pillow in there as well, and the original sort of straight logo head, ebony logo head on it. Yeah, I mean the drums, the kit's fairly new to me, so I'm still sort of tweaking it. I'm still sort of tweaking the positions of the drums as well. As far as the setup is concerned, as you'll see, it's very non-standard. I've been playing more left-handed at home, or open-handed at home, and a little bit on the gigs as well that I've been doing. For the last few months though, on my gigging kit, which is the Pearlwood fiberglass kit, I got rid of the 12-inch tom in the standard position and basically had the 16 there and then the 12-inch next to it on the, or to the right of it basically. And I found that it's kind of fun. It means in terms of ergonomics, I can actually bring the cymbals in a little nearer. And I don't play the ride cymbal when I play live, well, not with the regular band anyway. So I have a set of hi-hats obviously on the left, and then I have a set of hi-hats over on the right as well. And where this ride cymbal is, I would generally just place a splash cymbal. And it's kind of fun. I did a dep gig for some friends of mine fairly recently, and I used pretty much the same setup. I didn't use the second tom on the left, but I had the ride cymbal in that position, and I actually had a second ride cymbal over here as well, where I would have had the hi-hats, and that worked fine, except for when I set up and then realised that I was a little bit too close to the wall, and it was a little bit too much of an effort to get round. But they were actually smaller drums anyway, so it was slightly less of an issue. But kick drum pedal is the Pearl, I think it's the 930, the single chain one, which was in the last video that I did, so I haven't changed that out yet. But it has got the low boy speed beater on it. I can't remember what they're actually called, but it's the short stubby one as opposed to the big cone one. Cymbals, I actually just kind of threw these up because they were around, but 8-inch Alpha Splash, that's the original Alpha series from, this one's from 92. You've got a rather beaten up traditional, which again is actually the original issue of these. The later issue came with a sort of with the stamped logo. This is basically just got the engraved logo. 14-inch crystal hi-hats, which are some of my favourite hi-hats that I have. 16-inch crystal thin crash. You've got a Dimensions 20-inch dry ride. This is actually, I got a little lost on the crystal line, or crystal model, and I'd forgotten if I had actually, if I did know, then I'd certainly forgotten. They actually did a crystal crash, which is kind of like a full range signature. It's a little, you'll hear it's a little thicker sounding, and not nearly as sort of glassy as the other crystal thins. 16-inch 1000 China, and right over the back here, a 20-inch crystal thin. I do also have an 18-inch crystal thin, but that was just in the pile down on the floor, and I you know, I couldn't be bothered to pick it up really. But so this is the kit I'm going to use for the next few videos. This is what it sounds like. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.